Hey Loco sports fans, it's Monday, so it's time to rewind and reflect on another exciting Friday night of high school football in the Lowcountry. Let's check out the highlights in Lowco Lights, powered by LowcoSports.com. The crew from WHHI-TV was in Sea Pines for the afternoon delight as Hilton Head Prep hosted John Paul II for homecoming and kicked off a championship weekend for HHP, which claimed SCISA state titles in girls tennis and boys and girls swimming over the weekend. But first, football, and both defenses came to play. The visiting Golden Warriors spent a whole lot of time knocking on the door in the first half, but the Dolphins' defense was not feeling hospitable. Brody Hausher with the acrobatic pick in the end zone, and then Hilton Head Prep made another goal line stand to keep it scoreless at halftime. But JPII kept coming, back on the doorstep, and on fourth down, Alan Wolf calls his own number and finds the end zone for the first score of the night. Then it's Jadon Inabinett racking up yards and finally hitting paydirt. He had over 100 rushing yards, and it's 14-0 JPII. The Dolphins weren't done yet though, and Davis Cargill found a seam and some space to operate, outrunning the JPII defense to the end zone to cut the deficit in half. Hilton Head Prep's defense forced a field goal attempt on the next possession, but JPII's Merrick Baroni knocks it through from 35 yards. And then the Golden Warriors defense stifled any chance of a late rally, and JPII wins it 17-7 to improve to 4-3. Rain settled over the Lowcountry for the evening session under the Friday night lights, and our friends from Buford's Own and BC-TV were in the tank at May River, where the Sharks had a pivotal region matchup with Bishop England. May River looking to remain unbeaten in region play going into next week's showdown with Hilton Head High, and it was a whole lot of Sean Mitchell with the side of the Sharks defense. Mitchell rushed for 178 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Braden Harris, Michael Poole, and Xavier Polite led a shutdown effort from May River's defense to hold on for a 14-7 win. Sharks versus Seahawks in a showdown of the last two undefeated teams in the region standings Friday night in the tank. The defenses stole the show in the nest on Ladies Island, but it's Buford's offense that was able to come up with some big plays against visiting Colleton County. Braden Moyd Smalls connected with Kwalik Isnar for a touchdown in the first quarter, and then BMS making plays with his legs to keep drives alive all night before Tyleek Isom hits paydirt, and the Eagles pick up their first region win 14-0 and travel to Bishop England on Friday. Jalen Singletary ran wild for Hampton County, rolling up 297 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns on just 13 carries, and Desmond Mathis scored 2 rushing TDs and caught one of Terrell Grant's 2 touchdown passes in a 56-0 rout at Lake Marion. Elsewhere in Region 5-2A, Whale Branch won its region opener, outlasting Edisto for a tough 28-24 road win. Kamari Brown had a monster night for Hardyville with 237 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns, along with a big game on defense and special teams, as the Hurricanes rallied from a 16-point first-half deficit with 39 unanswered points, snapping a 6-game losing streak with a 47-24 win over Denmark-Olar. Up the road in Ridgeland, the Jaguars ran their win streak to 4 games with a 30-0 shutout of Allendale-Fairfax, setting up a region title showdown at top-ranked Bamberg-Ehrhardt on Friday. Hilton Head Christian Academy got back on track after a 3-game losing streak as Crest Langhaus went 18 of 25 for 331 yards with 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions and added 61 yards and a touchdown on 10 carries. The Eagles snapped a 3-game losing streak as Joey Haupt caught 3 passes for 104 yards and 2 TDs, Jackson Richardson had 9 grabs for 140 yards, and Thomas Gim and Hudson Baker also scored touchdowns for HHCA in a 33-6 win over First Baptist. Up in Walterboro, Colleton Prep ran its win streak to 6 games with a 52-12 rout of Patrick Henry. Cale Owens passed for 178 yards and 3 touchdowns and rushed for 115 yards and a score. And Thomas Hayward blew out Andrew Jackson Academy 49-15 behind 3 rushing touchdowns from Tony O'Banner and a big night from Josh Gibson, who threw a TD pass, rushed for a score, and took a punt return to the house. We'll have more highlights and analysis tonight on the Lowco Sports Lowdown, streaming live at 9 p.m. on the Lowco Media Network. For Lowco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Lowco.